How can you prepare an outstanding resume as a Scrum Master or an Agile coach? A resume that will actually land you a job. What can you also do to kind of find out if your resume is the reason why you're not getting an interview or not? We're going to cover that in this video. Welcome to the Scrum Chat Room with Dr. Francis Simbunya. Make sure you're clicking that like button. Make sure you're dropping a comment and make sure that you're also following and subscribing on this channel. Why? Because it's a daily space to kind of learn, and also it's a space for you. Make sure that if you want me to handle any topic, drop it in the comment section. I'm gonna do it in my next one of my next video, and I'll actually mention your name that, oh, this person asked me to do this video, and this is why I am doing the video. All right, without wasting much time, let's go ahead and get started. Now, when it comes to a resume, there are three main components in a resume. Number one, we have this summary and the summary. We have the summary or the executive summary, or we have more like the key points, right? That's the first component. Now, the second component of the resume is what we call the work history, right? Your experience showcases your experience. And the third component of the resume is what we call your education and the skills. Now, when it comes to a Scrum resume, it might be a bit more different, or I like to tackle it a bit more differently because Scrum, it's definitely a bit different from a typical resume where you're showcasing based on your education or so. Scrum is more of a skill base or certification base. So when it comes to Scrum, I like to add more component on my resume. The first component I always add is the summary, and then the second component I always ask are skills and certifications, and then I'll go to the job experience. I will end up with the education. Why? Because in most of the Scrum or Agile interviews, they first of all looking at someone, we're looking for someone who has an ROT, we're looking for someone who has a safe certification. So just kind of putting that right ahead gives you a leverage into the whole entire process. Now, one of the things why you're kind of putting all of these components together, you want to pay attention that your resume has a lot of white space and your resume is not too compact. It doesn't have too much information in there, right? I'm going to show you a quick sample so that we can put a picture to what I am talking about right here. So right here, you see a sample most of my students use that has landed them several jobs. Right over here, you see the way we position the headline. Your name is kind of standing up here really, really bold. Right. Your name is standing up here really, really bold. You can see that right here. You can see right here. I want to put a city, mobile number, email, and all of that. So right over here, you see key qualifications. I always use three bullet points. The first bullet point talk about your overall performance. The second bullet point talk about the key certification you've had. The third bullet point talk about leadership. Then you can go ahead and list the certification that you have. These are kind of the basic certification, but if you have watched my previous videos, I also encourage you to get just beyond two certification. You can add a PMP certification, you can add a Kanban certification, you can add, let's say, cloud AWS certification or so. I always like to also mention my skis. Now, skis, I know a lot of people just kind of list them out, but I would love to write them in the form of sentences, as you see here. I section them into different competence area, proficient in various agile framework, tools and technique, agile technique expertise, business skills, and efficiency, strong leadership skills. Then I go ahead now and I then list all the job experiences and make sure that I kind of put them down in a way that align with what I'm doing. Now, one of the things, trick which I want to share with you, because you're effective follower, and that's why I wanted to drop a comment and like and make sure you subscribe so that you always get all of this first-hand material. So pay attention to here. This is where you build a transition from where you have your first Scrum Master role to your previous one, there should be a transition that kind of gets you there. Then you realize that in my first position, I had like about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bullet points. After that, I start dropping down the bullet point. This will help your resume to stay around 2 pages or so and make sure that it's not really complicated. So you can see this, and I end up with my education qualification. All right. So one of the stuff I always recommend right here, you can add your LinkedIn profile right here. You can use insert. If you understand how to do this, go to insert, copy the link and put here so that if they click here, it's going to go directly to your LinkedIn profile, right? And that's why your LinkedIn profile should really be outstanding. I'm going to be talking in my next video how to create an outstanding LinkedIn profile that actually gives you a job, because you might have a very beautiful resume like this. I click on your profile and it doesn't have a picture. It's actually kind of not really good. It will not speak well about you. So make sure you're taking care of this. All right. So if you have any question, you need support on your resume, you can also schedule a session, or you can simply just give me a text and I'll be able to get some time with you and maybe evaluate your resume. See, if you also want a free resume evaluation, I'll put my email in the link. Send me an email, put there title free resume evaluation. I'll actually do a screen recording. I'll tell you what is wrong with your resume and how you're able to fix it. All right, perfect. I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.